Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is the Mac and welcome to this Panzer Battles Kursk, the southern flank. This will be the third Panzer Battles game I'm covering on the channel. I've previously had a look at the Panzer Battles Normandy and Panzer Battles Africa. This is actually one of the first, was the first release of the Panzer Battle series from John Taylor Games. It's called Battles of Kursk, the southern flank. Now, the Battle of Kursk, as many of us know who studied our military history, was basically the last big gamble to regain the initiative on the Eastern Front in July 1943. After some grueling campaigns there, back and forth. Um, so basically, the background behind the Kursk was to gain the momentum and to retake the initiative on the Eastern Front, so to speak. Now, the Kursk was basically failure from the start. Um, yeah, the Germans committed some really powerful, the best of the best, SS divisions and Panzer formations, everything they had, the best, and they even rolled in their new Panther tanks and Tigers and Ferdinands. They had lots of new tanks and high-tech technology to use in this offensive. And but it was a failure from the start, since by now the war had dragged on, and the Russians had some really good intel from actually from the British, who cracked the German Enigma code and could feed them lots of information, decode the German secret messages, and the Russians took part of that intel network and basically knew that the Germans were going to launch a major attack. So they had plenty of time to prepare defenses and bolster their ranks and just really mash in a lot of defense in this sector that the Germans were going to attack. It's like basically like a bit of a bulge um, in the lines, and the Germans were doing their classic pincer attacks that they had been famous for during the Eastern Front, um, sort of pincer movements to encircle big Russian armies and then basically lock them up and just annihilate them to make them surrender. They have done that a couple of times during the Eastern Front and destroyed many of the Russian armies. But as we all know, the Russians were basically cannon fodder. They have had lots of resources when it comes to infantry, and when they had their factories moved further east, they could mass produce tanks and artillery pieces and planes and everything. So basically, they had an endless supply. The Germans didn't. Their supply lines were really long at this point of the war, and they were being harassed by British bombers in Europe, destroying factories, and they couldn't keep up manufacturing military materials in that fast pace as the Russians could. And the Russians produced simpler stuff, like the T-34 tank, as you all know, was a pretty basic, robust tank. But if you have enough of them, they're going to roll over you. No matter how high-tech tanks you got, you're going to be running out of ammunition. You're going to be outflanked, and you're going to be destroyed. So basically, it was a war of attrition, and the lines were pretty stable here in the Kursk offensive 43. So I mean, the Luftwaffe was pretty big. They had a lot of planes, but they've taken heavy damages from the Battle of Britain and haven't really recuperated from those losses yet. The Russian Air Force was also basically rebuilt from scratch, and they had produced a lot of planes for this at this time. So I think the Germans massed something like 2,000 planes, and there were fighters and bombers and ground attacks, and I think the Russians had like 3,000. And also the tank ratio. I mean, the Germans really had a lot of tanks as well, but the Russians had almost double the amount of tanks. So, and infantry, I think there was something like 700 or maybe 800,000 German soldiers amassed, but as we know, the Russians had millions. They had, I think, 1.5 or 1.2 million soldiers to call upon. So basically, they had the cannon fodder to just roll right over. But this is actually the Kursk was the German were in the offensive, and the Russians knew it, so they had prepared and they had made basically three really strong defensive lines before Kursk, and there was millions of mines deployed and strong points and bunkers and anti-tanks, and I mean they were really prepared for a massive assault. It didn't matter that the Germans brought the best of the best to the table. I mean, no army would be able to smash through those defenses, and that's basically what happened. So the Germans, I think this game covers the southern flank. The northern flank was not as successful as the southern flank. I think the southern flank it pushed furthest into the territory and caused. I mean, they almost reached their objectives and goals, but were ultimately stopped in the end. And it was the Manstein was the mastermind behind the southern attack, and I think Hoth was his name. Panzer General Hoth was in charge of the 4th Panzer Army, and they were facing off the Soviet 6th Guard Army and some 22nd Guard Rifle Corps and 23rd Guard Rifle Corps, I think. And they had some heavy fortified defensive belts that these Germans had to smash through, and mines and all kinds of nasty stuff. So this game covers the southern flank, and it's pretty extensive. It's got loads of scenarios actually. They sort of arranged chronological order here. So you can, if you play through them all, which is going to take a long time. Some of them are pretty big. You will basically follow the complete story of the southern flank, what happened and what battles took part. And, it's very interesting, very well made game. So obviously it's using the same engine as the other games I've covered, the Normandy and the Africa game. I haven't done much actually from the Africa. We'll post more of that because that's actually a pretty good game. And I've done quite a few on the Normandy. I just finished the Carentan battle, as some of you might have seen on my channel. So now I just thought I'd start playing, show you guys a bit of the Panzer battles Kursk here, the southern flank. Really good game. So obviously, where to start? So much here that's fun to play, and some scenarios are pretty big. The offensive didn't last that long, actually. I think around the 4th of July, the initial probes started, and then on the 5th, the morning of the 5th, the main attack started in south, and they went on to about, was it the 14th or maybe 13th or something? The game covers up to the 12th of July. I think around about that time the battle was over, basically. So it wasn't that many days, actually. It was very intense, huge casualties on both sides, of course. Mostly the Russian side, but they were replaceable. So the German losses here were not replaceable. For every Tiger tank or Panther tank that was knocked out, it was actually a real huge loss for the Germans because they had very hard to replace these complex tanks. The Russians could just spit them out by the dozen in their factories. So yeah, that was the war of attrition, basically, as I said before. So I'm planning to cover a few scenarios in this game, actually. But I was thinking of this first here are the preliminary attacks here of the 4th, capturing of a railroad station, and this is 4th of July 43. It was Major Warner's Roads Battalion, the Panzer Grenadier Regiment 394, was given the task of clearing Getrovska, and it was a cornerstone of the Soviet defenses. And here we have the the Volga River here, northwest of Belgrade. These are when you start getting big. Here's 38 turns. So, but the good thing about these games is that you can actually play the whole day here, follow these units, their goals, and try to fight those battles. 38 turns, obviously be a long let's play, but they divide them up here in certain sections. So here you have Hill 228, for instance. So that's like the preliminary attacks of the 5th, and then you get to follow the rest. Actually, what's this? Yeah, there's actually only one divided here from the this is Hill 228 there, and here you have the 3rd Panzer Company. Let's have a look here, north of Krakow here. General Panzer Troop Hermann Breth's 3rd Panzer Corps was a powerful information order battle consisting of 6th, 7th, 9th Panzer Division, as well as the 168th Infantry Division. The Schwerpanzer Arbeitsjung 503 Tiger Tank Battalion with 42 vehicles. So that's a 35-turn battle there, and this one's 35 as well. So there's some pretty big scenarios here. And here you have the July 5th. Also, you get to follow some units there. And here you Corvino, 30 turns. So many of these battles are pretty big. Here we go. Here's something like 13 turns there. 10. So some of them are divided up, so you get to do a smaller portion of the fight, so to speak. So I was thinking of maybe just doing something really early here in the campaign, in the attack. So basically, this is the Volga River here, and 2nd SS Panzer Corps was to be the 4th Panzer Army's shock force in Operation Citadel, flanked to the left by the something Panzer Corps and the 3rd Panzer Corps to the right. The SS was expected to smash through the Soviet defenses and then turn towards Kursk to the north. The SS began their campaign advance at 1 a.m. July 5th with the aim of clearing Hill 228 and its artillery observers, who could seriously disrupt the German operations that was to begin at dawn. This scenario covers the first day's operation for the 2nd SS Panzer Corps. Surprisingly, the full weight of the corps was not used during July 5th. Each SS division grouped its panzer regiments in the SPV battalion, those are half-track battalions, as well as other mobile elements into a panzer group that was to be committed once a breach had been made in the Russian lines. The attacking panzer grenadiers were to be supported by Stugs, mortars, and self-propelled anti-tank guns and Tiger tanks. All were expected to help bust the Soviet bunkers. The Soviets had built a number of fortified lines laced with pillboxes and bunkers, as well as liberal minefields and extensive anti-tank trenches. Operations on the narrow frontage, the 2nd SS Panzer Corps had to commit its regiments individually and batter its way through the Russian defenses. By the end of the 52nd Guard Rifle Division had been pushed out of the first line of replacements, but the Germans ran out of daylight to attempt to breach the 51st Guards Rifle Division in the 2nd fortified line. Wow, yeah, there was a lot of text there. So these are very preliminary attacks here. So this could be interesting to do here, the Hill 2-2. So these are the preliminary attacks of clearing a hill, taking out a couple of pillboxes, killing those forward observers. So the Volga River here, northwest of Belgrade, July 4th, 1943, is a battalion-sized scenario, and it's recommended that the German human player versus the Soviet AI, or head-to-head. Sturmbannführer Rudolf Sandig's 2nd Battalion of the SS Panzergrenadier Regiment 2 was given the task of clearing Hill 228.6. The hill overlooking the German assembly areas, allowing Soviet observers to call in artillery and rocket fire to disrupt the Axis forces' preparations. With the main SS assault beginning at dawn on the 5th, it was imperative that the hill be cleared of Soviet defenders by then. This scenario covers Sandig's assault on the hill and Soviets' desperate defense to hold it. That sounds interesting. 12 turns. So thinking of actually kicking that off and playing that. And if any of you guys want me to cover any other battle, leave the comments, write something down, and let me know if you want me to cover something here. I'll do it. But this could be fun to start off with covering this game, some of the preliminary attacks there on the July 5th. So As you can see, the interface is the same. I like to play with the classic old John Taylor toolbar. All these icons are familiar to me. You can have this new toolbar that has millions of more buttons, and for me, who are used to the old games, are just confusing. So let's kick this one off here and see what happens here. So the Russians will be automatic. Play the Germans here. The rules will keep it the default, and we'll kick it off here and see what happens. Right, so it's a night turn. Smoke available is 10. All right. Turn 1 of 12. So I got 12 turns to actually capture hill 228.6. This hill here. So preliminary attacks. So what do I got at my disposal? Well, what do we got here? We do have headquarters as the SS Panzergrenadiers 2nd Battalion motorized. It's part of the 2nd SS Panzer Corps, 4th Panzer Army, Hoth's Panzer Army. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so this is my headquarters here. He's in charge of this, looks like a regiment. Yeah, it's the stab of the SS Panzer Regiment 2nd of the Liebenstandarte Adolf Hitler. It was a very famous SS formation. So, it's a Panzergrenadier division. Right, so here we are. Here's the headquarters. What do we got here? We've got some heavy 12cm mortar support here, 6 tubes. And these must be the regiments, I guess. We've got some engineers. Well, as we know, there'll probably be loads of mines here since the Russians were well prepared. And these objectives, we can probably expect them to be bunkers and pillboxes, which means we're going to have to assault and use hard attack values to take these out. Right, so what do we got here? These guys are all in travel mode, so they are on their trucks ready to roll out. It's 1 o'clock in the evening, in the night, so visibility is probably very low. Only 1 hex probably. Yeah, 1 hex here. So remember here, I think they're about 250 meters. Could be 250 meters, yeah, in the Panzer battles. And in the Panzer campaigns is 1 kilometer, I think, per hex. This is a platoon of soldiers, 48 men. These are pretty bad boys here. These are very elite forces of the German army here. But still pretty low hard attack value, but soft is excellent, and the assault value is 16, so that's very high. So they're motorized. It's pretty badass. Got 2 platoons here. So in all 3 platoons and a machine gun group. So that's a company right here. It's a company of soldiers there. And 2 engineer platoons here. They have their company mortars at their disposal. There are 2 mortars there. And we probably have the same setup over here. Yeah. So I think there's like 3 companies to a battalion. So we only got 2 present here. Let's have a look at the scheduled forces here. Yeah, we do have another company coming in here, I guess, at, what does it say here? 6 o'clock in the morning they'll be arriving. So we have about 5 hours before they arrive. Right, we're going to make a plan here. See what we can do. What to do here. Right, we're going to be advancing. There's a couple of question marks here. Don't know why that is. Could be that we might expect some forces there. Well, it's looking dangerous, but stop moving out, I guess. So let's see. They're in trucks. Going to be the only 1 visibility here. We're going to might have to chance it here. And I doubt there'll be anything here. We only have, was it 12 turns to capture all this? And there's 1 ultimate goal over here at the hill 220.5. That looks like very hard to be able to do that, but we'll see. There's probably have loads of defenses here. Right, let's see if we can move out here. Well, we didn't get shot upon. Let's have put this on here. This actually lets me know how far I can move and actually dismount. Pretty close here. Gonna have to chance it here, I think. Right, was nothing there. See if we can move him here. All the way to the foot here. Alright, let's leave him there. Let's get these guys up. Taking a bit of a gamble here. We need to move fast to be able to take out those pillboxes. So that's machine gun support there. Well, these engineers are very important. Going to be needing them. I didn't get that far. Let's get these mortars a bit closer as well. I don't think the range is... Yeah, the range is pretty low there. Let's see how far we can move them. Probably a good spot to rain down some mortar fire there, I guess. So we're going to be... This force, I was thinking, is smashing through here and working their way up the hill. And these guys will probably hit around here, smash these, and these forces will link up in the middle somewhere. That's the plan, anyways. See if that works. Right, let's move these guys out. Right, so far so good. We're very exposed traveling in these trucks, but let's chance it. Let's get them up there. Get some more engineers. Let's get these mortars up here. Like that. Right. Guess that's all I can do. Have this headquarters back here. Alright, and I don't think we can barrage or anything now. No. It's middle of the night and no airstrikes. No. Alright. Moving out. See what happens here. Let's end the turn, I guess. Sure, we can say it's battle 5. Why not? Yeah. Alright. See what happens here. Alright, so we spotted something there. Night turn, smoke available still 10. Alright. What's this? They got some obstacles here. We're right by these obstacles. Let's get these Panzer grenadiers dismounted from their trucks. And let's get these guys off the trucks. Let's get these engineers off the trucks there. Could actually deploy these mortars here. Right, I do want to move a bit closer here. Let's see, what's a good spot to attack here? Maybe you assemble somewhere here. Try to take these 2 bunkers out. Well, if there is any bunkers up, there probably are pillboxes. It said so in the description there. Let's see, they can move all the way up here. Could be a good spot to deploy, maybe. Let's see. Let's get them out. Did I have any? I only had 1 engineer unit here. Okay. Let's see how far these guys can go. Let's deploy them here, I guess. Let's see. Here, maybe? Some machine gunners here. Let's see, these mortars should move up a bit closer. What's the range here? Range is pretty good there. Covers the most of the hill there. Let's see. Let's move them a bit closer though. Here maybe. Just deploy it there. So look, yeah, covers quite okay there. Right, so they can't move, but these guys can. Let's have a look at these engineers first. They were deployed a bit far back, actually. Let's Let's try to move them up. Maybe we can move one of these up and see what happens here. Alright, looking good so far. Let's see here, let's move some more of these guys up. Just leave those mortars there. Right. Not a lot of units to work with here, but historically they completed this, so I should be able to do it too. I hope. Right. So everybody moved here. Let's see if I got some artillery. No. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning, so that took an hour. Yeah, every turn takes about an hour, I think. Right. Not much I can do here now. Just, I guess I could end the turn, see what happens here. Night turn still. Smoke available is 10. Right. It's now 3 o'clock in the morning. Right. Let's see. Well, can I barrage? No. Can't see anything. Right. I guess the only way to do is start moving these engineers up. This hill. Definitely must be mines around here. Alright, let's move them up. Right, we get shot at. Clearing mines. Yes, there's a minefield here. The 52nd Guards, Rifle Divisions. It's a bunker. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be bloody as hell, this. So they're clearing mines, so there's no point moving anything up here, because they're gonna be hit by those minefields. So they're gonna have to wait until those engineers have cleared the path. Let's see what we got here. We got some engineers here. Let's move one unit here, I guess. Right, one man was killed there. Yep, clearing mines. Let's see. Do we have this engineer unit here? Maybe they should clear these obstacles. Clearing obstacles, yeah, alright. So I guess we could be safe here. Let's move the rest of these Panzer Grenadiers up here. Leave those mortars there for now. Wonder if I can barrage with them, actually. No, I can't. Alright. Right, he's got 52nd Guard Rifle Division there as well. It's a bunker. There's not much we can do. Just clearing these mines. I don't think we can call in any airstrikes here. Oh. It's middle of the night there. Alright. So initial probes here. Took a casualty there. Took a casualty there. Send a turn, see what happens. Gonna be shot at. Alright, 2 more men killed there. No effect. Alright. 1 man. No effect. 1 man killed. Another one dead there, okay. Night turn. Smoke available stand. Unit clearing mines and obstacles. 3 locations. So that must be all our locations there. Good job. So they cleared them pretty fast there. Right, he's probably got mines there as well. If I move that engineer up there, start clearing mines there. Let's do that. Let's move them up. Yeah, clearing mines, got shot at. It's got a bunker there as well. Okay, so they cleared the mines. Now these engineers have an assault value of 18. That's pretty good. Let's first have a look at barrages. No, still can't plot anything. Okay. Okay, let's see. What do we need here? We have a machine gun here. Let's take a machine gun and a Panzer Grenadier platoon. I'm moving here. We're going to be shot at there. 2 Panzer Grenadier platoons there. Let's see if they can move in here. Oh, I forgot. I was getting a bit... Yeah, they were clearing mines there. Dang. Alright. Alright, they'll have to stay there, I guess. I thought I moved that engineer unit last turn. Let's move them in here. Right, they cleared a path. Right, let's stop moving some guys up here. Alright, we do have a sizable force there now. Right, that was my first blunder there. Get a bit carried away there. Moved in there, took some unnecessary casualties from that minefield. Oh well. Right. So barrages, can't do any barrages. No. Still nighttime. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here. All right. Let's just attack. There's no point firing. The chances of actually causing any casualties when they're in the bunker is very low. They got defense is just too good, and all these units have pretty low hard value. Obviously, there is a chance to cause casualties, but very low. It's better just assault. So let's take this whole massive force here now. We got 51 engineers, 47 there, 38 in that machine gun platoon, and 48 in that Panzer grenadiers. Let's attack this bunker here. They're not disrupted, so it's going to be tough, but we don't have much choice here. Right, took some fire as we were forming up for the attack. It took a casualty. Right, let's do the old charge here and see if we can capture this bunker. Right, we lost 4 men. He lost 17 men and actually retreated out of that hex. That was a very successful attack. Wow, took it. So he retreated back into another bunker here. Yeah, there's a bunker there. He's disrupted. He lost 17 men. Alright, obviously speed is of the essence here. Let's have a look at these engineers. How can they move? I was hoping they could actually continue moving in here and start clearing mines, but I guess they can't. So they will just fire at these guys. No effect. Alright. So he's clearing mines. There's nothing I can do here. But here, we're going to be doing an assault on this bunker. What do we got? Got almost the same here, except that machine gun platoon. I think they're going to be too overcrowded if I move that guy in there. They're already overcrowded here. Let's just take the Panzer grenadiers and the engineers and assault this bunker here and see what happens. And that was less successful. We lost 5 men. He lost 9 defenders. So didn't quite make it there. Can they move? No, they can just retreat back there. Okay. And these guys, wonder if they can actually move in here. I should have maybe used them in that assault. Actually, it would be very crowded here. If he plots artillery here, we're going to be taking heavy casualties. But I guess we don't have a choice. I'm going to move them up there anyways. That was, I should have actually moved them up before. Assault 9. There's no point assaulting just with them. They're going to be taking too many heavy casualties there. So they're just going to hang tight there until the next turn. And we couldn't do any barrages. No. Let's have a look at the available. Do we have anything available airstrikes or anything? Let's have a look here. Releases, strategies. No, it doesn't seem like we have it. This is actually the. No. Still nighttime here. Alright, send the turn. See what happens here. There's not much else we can do. See what happens. Boom. Right, he's hitting that bunker we just captured. Sounds like mortars. Oh, he's got something else in there. Alright, no effect. 1 man. No effect. Another man dead there. Right, looks like our mortars got fire a couple of rounds there. 2 casualties, that was not good. There's only 2 mortars here, so they're not very. Oh, it's dawn turn, so now we got some visibility. Units clearing mines and obstacles. Okay, so they cleared that. That's good. 1 out of 2 units is out of command. Right. Right. Yeah, these mortars only two 8cm mortars there, so it's not very effective versus these pillboxes. These, on the other hand, are a bit more effective. Right. So I'm going to actually end the video. I'm going to try to keep them around 30-35 minutes. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. So, covering a new game here, Panzer Battles Kursk, Southern Flank. So as I mentioned before, if you know this game, or if you want me to cover it in specific scenarios, or you do some research on the net and want me to cover a certain battle here, you do write in the comments, and I'll do it. So more than happy to do it. So we're gonna end this first part here. This is the SS preliminaries scenario, capturing this hill. We've got one bunker, so that's on turn 5. So, wow, we only almost halfway through the battle. We still got lots left. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I want to thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We'll post the second part very soon. Thank you.